Good morning, good morning, good morning. It has been more on the road. Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we do. Thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. Beautiful day here, the day in the land of the Lord, the land of the living. Again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Now, I know I deal with a lot of sports. People that know who I am know that I work with a lot of sports, but we're not just about sports. Sports is a platform that we utilize to reach our viewers, but sports is not the only thing that goes on in this world. We have some interesting things to speak about today, so it's a lot. It's a lot going on, but definitely before we're going to get into the to out to Mississippi Family for Kids posted a youth leadership camp that will start this upcoming Monday for our youth leadership camp presented by CT Junior through 7 from 5 and Jack just in for camp. Mississippi Families for Kids are partners to invest and develop strong families and strong communities. This year, youth leadership. This year, youth. Excuse me. Just excited about today. This year's youth leadership sessions will do just that. Account will enhance students' ability to assess real life situations and learn to make positive choices centered around our camp theme, firm, having a solid foundation to build on. Session includes discussion on healthy relationships, physical, mental health, competency, community future planning, self-discipline, management. Sponsors will be mentioned and all the camp marketing interviews will be acknowledged in the choosing camp ceremony to refer participants to this camp and attend the camp activities. For more information, you can contact 601-957-7670, or you can log on to the website. That's MFFK. So Mississippi Family for Kids .org. So that's www.mfk.org. Mississippi Family for Kids. Email address is info@mffk.org. Looks like there's a lot of information will be taking place at the youth camp. Physical and mental health is something uh, definitely on our youth, and healthy relations and cultural competency. Those things all play a major fact in the future of any community or anyone with youth dealing with anyone. Physical and mental health, no, you need physical health to be able to do daily activities such as get up, walk, do things for yourself, be independent. Mental health, the way that you think and you operate, the way that you view, you see things. So that information is very important, which is needed because we're all going through some mental situations right now with COVID. We lost a lot of loved ones through sick, uh, and the way that it's spreading, and uh, these other verses that are going on right now. Some people are afraid to go outside. Some people are afraid to be around anyone. Now, I like the theme of this solid foundation. Have stand firm on God's word, not to insult anyone's religious intelligence. Just stand firm on God's word because God put us here, and God can call us back home to Him. So stand firm on God's word because the word said, "I would allow nothing to happen that you and I cannot handle together." So definitely believe in what you stand on, which is God's word, even if you're not a God believer. Just stand on something that stay positive to help you make a difference. So again, for more information about the youth leadership camp presented by CT3 601-957-7670. Again, it's a Mississippi camp that they're hosting starting this Monday, June the 13th, in Jackson, Mississippi. Again, for more information, you can call 601-957-76. I also want to give thanks and give a shout out to the newly promoters, Tony and Ship bodybuilding body classic physique 41st annual. So going on for 4 years. Wow. I know Gordon and I cannot remember his wife's name, Miss Wood, they've been putting this event on for the past 40 years. Now Gordon has stepped down and he has handed the reins over to Tony and Zanzi McLaurin. Good, interesting people. Have them on Sports Talk Radio show with Rob J. And myself on ESPN Talk Sports on 5.9 FM The Zone. Very having couple. They were very interactive with us. It was they challenged us to change our habits and working out. So we've been challenged to do a 30 treadmill each day. So I know I have to hit it. I didn't do it this morning, but the process is going to do it later today. So definitely I accepted it. And so I'm on a treadmill every day, at least 30 minutes, or I'm gonna do a mile plus something walk. I'm gonna do something physical activity because I gotta have a healthy life. Just like we stated at the with the youth leadership camp, healthy and mental health is very important. And again, the NPC Mississippi Championship will take place July the 16th here in Jackson, Mississippi at the Mississippi Trade Mart. It is the 41st annual event. For more information, you can log on to npcmississippi.com/ms-championship. You want more information, definitely log on to the website. I know that they're on Facebook as well as Instagram. NPC Mississippi Championship, Facebook and Instagram. They also had add a little twist to this as well. They're having a 5K run that early that morning, as well as a 1 mile fun run and a kids run, and they tied in also gosh, can't remember what was it, into a superhero theme to it as well. So I plan on being out there myself, possibly going to be in 1 mile walk. I'm not up to doing a lot of running, but I will be involved. I know I will be there involved as personally myself, as long as with ESPN Talking Sports. They were guests on the show this past day talking about the event, the Mississippi Championship, taking place July the 16th, 2022 here at the Mississippi Trade Center. Renovated Mississippi Trademark Center. I think possibility 2 to 3 years of age. Nice facility, plenty of space. And if you want to host the event there as well, the Fairgrounds Commission, they can hook you up with that. Again, the NPC Mississippi Championship Bodybuilding Classic Physique Figure Bikini Championship. It's an all states invitation, a national qualifier to get your pro card to go to different events around the country dealing with bodybuilding, because you want to live a healthy and long life. Also, just look good. When you feel good, you play good, you win. If Coach Prime with his saying, look good, play good, look good, feel good, play good, you're gonna win, and it's all good. So you know how that goes. Again, the NPC Mississippi Championship, July 16th, 2022 at the Mississippi Trademark Center. Again, if you want information about it, you can locate them on Facebook as well as Instagram. Same profile name, NPC Mississippi Championship. For more information, you can log on to npcmississippi.com to learn more information. Also, they're still seeking sponsors to put these events together. I know their flyer, they have a whole lot of sponsors they definitely already have. So I see the NPC Mississippi Championship trophy. I'm saying trophy, excuse me. Player definitely have a whole lot to go. So again, you want more information, definitely locate them on those particular locations, sites, Instagram, website. And here are a list of their sponsors, and they're not a part of the show, so I'm not going to mention them, but I am going to just show their name. But I know one sponsor that I definitely would like to give a shout out to, Sally Lucas, Bravo Broad Street, and I mean Bravo's Broad Street Bakery. Also, they're part of the Magini group. I know Jeff Good and his team. Dan, I know Jeff. I know Jeff personally. He's helped me out a whole lot in doing what I do with my. So again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sport Management. Here, this lovely day. Again, there's going on a lot of good positive activities that are going on. Definitely would like for you to be involved. Definitely, stay tuned to all the events that are going on here throughout the city of Jackson, throughout the state of Mississippi, throughout the world. So definitely stay tuned for more events. Now, as you can see, I know that you see this that is flashing across the screen with some events I am hosting. Also, the Hoop-A-Lot Universe Coaching Cancer Benefit basketball game presented to you by PN Talking Sports Live that will take place June 25th here in Jackson, Mississippi at Hillcrest Christian School. This event will benefit the Susie G. Coleman Central Mississippi chapter breast cancer organization, as well as the Butterfly Spots Grace Designed by Faith domestic violence organization. Now, and speaking with domestic violence, I know a lot of people do not like to speak about domestic violence. I know some people are ashamed of domestic violence. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a sense of, how can I put this? It is a sense of embarrassment that you have to go through things of such, because you as an individual are here to serve, to be a part of the community. You're not here to be anyone's punching bag. You're not here to be anyone's trash can, where they treat you like trash, and they try to store a lot of trash in you with negative. So you are not that. You are a child of God. You are one of his many vessels that he has placed here on this earth. So domestic violence is something that we tend to try to stay away from. I just got some information in reference to domestic violence. No, excuse me, you may see me moving around. I'm in office and I'm jumping around trying to get some things together. Uh, trying to get some things together so that we can chat about what we're looking to do, especially dealing with domestic violence and the coaching cancer benefit basketball game. Again, the proceeds from that game will go to Susie G. Coleman Central Mississippi organization, as well as the Butterflies by Grace Designed by Faith. And there's also an opportunity for us to definitely share reference to domestic violence, because it is something that we definitely need to talk about. It is out to need to reach out to everyone, because it is something that we need to stop. Domestic violence has played a major part in it. It played a major part in a family. Because of situations, there's a lot of separation with parents, and also going to cause issues with the children, because they know sometimes, especially depending on the age of the children, they don't know whose side to take, because they take the wrong side, and it's going to it plays it hurts a lot. It does. It hurts a lot at the whole family. So domestic violence thing that plays a major part in disrupting the family. And also along with breast cancer. Breast cancer, you can say, is not something that's a big issue that will disrupt the family, but it is an issue that can sometimes cause issues within the family, because of the patient will have to go to different type of treatments. They have to do a lot of traveling. They have to go around and see different specialists, and sometimes that can cause a headache financially. It can cause a headache emotionally, and it can cause a headache physically because of the wear and tear that you're doing of all this moving around, traveling, all things and such like that. So that can definitely play a hindrance in the family. So that's the reason why I am putting together these events. So I'm calling all coaches, basketball players, any personalities, any law enforcement, any social service, definitely that has the ability to that put the round object, which is a basketball, to the hoop and stop the other opponent from doing the same thing. I definitely call you guys out to come out and participate in the coaching cancer benefit batting, the Hoop a Lot Universe Coaching Cancer Benefit Basketball Game, presented to you by ESPN Talking Sports Live, live at Harris Christian School, 4060 South Sour Road in Jackson, Mississippi. Again, it will be a men's game as well as a women's game. Calling both genders to come out, just enjoy fellowship, and to just have a good time. Now, I know I was challenged by Dr. Zanzi and Tony McCarn of the promoters for the NPC Mississippi Bodybuilder Championship. That urged me because I am going to participate in the game. So this is definitely really motivated me to be in shape, to be ready, to come out and provide a source of entertainment to the fans that will be in attendance of the game. So again, it is not out this I'm trying to show out everybody. I'm just having fun providing a source of entertainment and trying to raise funds for these two organizations so they can provide research and research and research to the cancer patients as well as domestic violence survivors. I'm not going to say survivors is that here to share their story. If they made it through and they made it out their relationship, but they just need resource and they just need service to help them to advance on from their previous relationship. So the meaning behind the whole thing. So I love for you guys to definitely come on out for the game. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell everyone because it will be exciting. I know, again, I'm going to get out there and participate. I'm just going to have fun. Now, some people may look at me and say, this dude can't play basketball. I'm a former athlete, so I can do anything that God puts in front of me. So, again, it's me coming out, having fun, seeing that I'm going to put up 40, 50 points. No, I am not. Just coming out, just having fun. That's all. So join us again, June the 25th. It will be live at Hillcrest Christian School. Tip off is at 30. Tickets are $8. Again, proceeds would not all the money would no. The proceeds from this game will be given out, dispersed to Susie G. and the by Grace design by Susie G. Coleman. My time with NT Pioneers through that way. And I love what they're doing and just a part of being a servant, because that's what God puts us here to be, a servant, not to be served, but to be a servant to others. And it's my way of helping out and giving back to the community because God has blessed me with so many gifts and talent. And so I want to utilize those gifts and talent to glorify him. Just as the word says, again, you listen to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sportsman. Again, as the word says, 1 Corinthians 2:4-6. This is my favorite scripture, 1 Corinthians 2:4-6 and 11. There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but the same God works all of them in all men. All these are the works of one and the same Spirit, and he gives them to each one just as he determined. God blessed me with the ability to go out, give, and help individuals. So that's the reason why I'm here doing what I'm doing. Again, the Coaching Cancer Benefit Basketball Game, Hoop Universe, presented by ESPN Talking Sports Live, will take place June the 25th at Hillcrest Christian School, 460 South Sideway Road, Jackson, Mississippi. Definitely come on out, have some fun. Let's play some basketball. Let's hoop. Let's enjoy the time. Let's fellowship. Let's raise awareness for domestic violence. Raise awareness for breast cancer. And men, don't think they go through the situation too. Men go through domestic violence, so don't think it's just all women. Men will go through the same issues too. Now, kind of take a turn a little away from sports. Now, here in Mississippi, we just heard a recently uh, incident that took place a few days ago with the police being shot. A police uh, while doing his job, and as well, a fiance was shot, and also just going based off the news information I have, I'm just the news is putting out. So again, this information shared. So I'll just base this information off of what was shared with me via social media. Not saying that all of it's true or not, but just take it as it is and how it's shared. Definitely pay attention to the news, what's going on. The individual, I'm kind of getting the names mixed up, so bear with me way quick while I obtain that information. Now, Kroom, I want to say that's I'm trying to look for the story, so bear with me just a few moments. Okay, here we go. All right, the Meridian police officer was Kenneth Kroom. He was called out on a domestic violence. He was called out to a location involving a man and a woman arguing. Again, signs of domestic violence. Kenneth Kroom was the officer that was shot, and the fiance of the individual that shot Kroom name is Dante Bender. Now, just found out that Mr. Bender was also a police officer who was in a dispute with his fiance, and just found out that she was. I think they said another why of argument, where it leads to a situation where the police be called out, and then you shooting. That's why sometimes guns are very dangerous in certain people's hand. I know some people say gun kill people. No, yeah, I think it's the individual that holds the gun that kills the individual because of they feel that they have this powerful utensil at their side or in their hand, and they just want to go just do some very dangerous things with it. So gun control laws are definitely needed, are definitely need to be in place so that we can see some of this violence that is going on, some of this stupidity, just as it is, stupidity that is going on. So we need to do something a little different. We can control all this senseless nonsense killing going on here in Jackson, not just in county, not in just the state of Mississippi. It is worldwide. Now, I know I don't know any other state, but I know what's going here in Mississippi, here in the Jackson metro area. Now, the individual was captured by the help of law enforcement in Ackerman as well as the show. I think can't say who I could, but I know he was caught in Ackerman. So kudos to the police force in Ackerman, and all those and detaining to this individual. Again, who law enforcement officers as well. Earlier this week, also here in Jackson, an individual young lady was shot and killed while she was lying in bed by her ex-boyfriend. She was in the same house with her, I want to say her new boyfriend. Came via the news with her new boyfriend. Again, sense of the domestic violence and jealousy. I don't want to be with you anymore. So leave me alone. And I think she had a child as well. So leave. And so I guess Mr. Brent couldn't take it. I kicked the door in and did what he did. But now he has been captured also. So I'm asking all men, I'm asking all girls, come together, find a common ground. Talk with individuals about domestic violence. If you feel that you're going through something, if you feel that you're in a relationship if you feel that you're in a relationship that feel that is with someone on talk. That's what the people are here for. Talk. You have individuals that have been trained, that went to school, a lot to share. So definitely talk with someone about what they can do to definitely help to solve these issues right now here with domestic violence. With domestic violence, it's again, it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense about the things that we're doing with each other. Even man, and in reference to that, a lot of the kill think again, it's just my opinion. I feel they're taking place, especially here in Jackson. It is some type of domestic dispute. It's either going to be over a significant other, it's going to be over female, it's going to be over something dealing with domestic violence. It's going to be something dealing with family or someone that you know. Sometimes it involves with drugs and money, yes, but I feel that a lot of this stuff it is involves around domestic disputes. So definitely talk with their counselors. There's a lot of information out here for you. So get with someone, talk with someone. Don't be ashamed of talking with an individual because of we feel that they can't help me with my problems or a good bottle of whiskey or uh, uh, a big fat blunt joint, whatever, will solve issues. No, that's not going to solve you. That is ask it, but it's not going to solve it. I would have someone in reference to what is going on because we have to stop this nonsense. Again, I think it's a nonsense. I feel that it needs to be stopped. Well, uh, again, this is more on the road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More Sports Management. I'm going to take a break right now, but before I ready to go, I've had some pre-recorded interviews that I'm definitely going to play in reference to the Mississippi Lakers. I hate that just found out their game has been canceled for today. I was definitely looking forward to it. I was getting excited about seeing these young ladies play. They won the first game a couple of weeks ago against Shreveport Bossier Lady Knights. I was definitely looking forward to the game against the Houston Spark today. But the game was canceled. I found that out yesterday, and I was a little disappointed right now. The tear coming out. No, I'm just joking. I was definitely looking forward to having fun with the game was going to be there and support live streaming the game and providing my insight of the game. So hey, but looking forward to next weekend, which is June 19th. They have a jamboree, so they're going to be playing a lot of basketball game this Saturday, Sunday again here in Jackson, Mississippi at Hillcrest Southside Road. Definitely take a look at the team and what they're doing. Mr. James and Javina Hobson, a very awesome couple. They're the owners of the Mississippi Lady Lakers here in Jackson. It's a lot of excitement going on here in Jackson. Though. Take a lot of the good things are being overshadowed by all the negative publicity they're receiving about someone got killed, someone just got shot, someone with body found in the street, someone robbed this couple. So it's a lot of little negativity that is overpowering or overshadowing all of the good things that are going on that are taking place in Jackson. So again, stay tuned for the interview right now. We'll be talking with a few of the Mississippi Lady Lakers player, Miss Shaniqua Quinn, as well as Jayla Moore. So now we'll go ahead and go to one of the interviews. Now, again, you listen to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More Sports Management. All right, and welcome back to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More Sports Management. It is an exciting day today. We still continue to talk basketball. Basketball is coming to a close. You got the NBA Finals winding down. You have upcoming semi-professional teams playing. So basketball season is still in the midst. You got AAU summer camps going on, basketball camps going on. So basketball is still in full effect right now. But joining me is someone of that I've just met, had opportunity to see her play, and an outstanding player.
Rain from here locally played at Brandon High School. I'm gonna bring on to with me Miss Shakina Quinn, Shanika Quinn with the Mississippi Lady Lakers. How you doing, there, Miss Quinn?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for joining me this day on More on the Road. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I know that you played at Brandon. You know you had the opportunity to play basketball and continue on after that, and now you're playing with the newly Mississippi Lady Lakers. So, kind of introduce and our followers of the show who Shaquina Queen is. Shanika Quinn, excuse me.
No, it's fine. Okay. I graduated from Brandon High School 2012. Played ball there. I left there. I played a year at East Central. I played a year at Pearl River Community College. And now I'm playing for the Mississippi Lady Lakers.
No, what during your time? Who was your coach at Brandon? Was it Murphy? Not
Starting off,
Murphy.
I had Coach Hayden. I ended with Coach Murphy. So yeah, I did get a chance to play for Coach Murphy.
Yeah,
I did.
I know Coach Murphy. She's up there, Kahoma right now. Yes, I know Coach
Yes,
Murphy.
she is.
How was it playing for Coach Murphy? I know she actually turned the team around up there, at Kahoma.
Yeah, Coach Murphy was the real deal. She was the real deal. She taught discipline, hard work, um, taught you how to be humble. She was the real deal. It was great playing for her.
What you mean by humble? You were kind of a little hard
Um,
headed.
I wouldn't say that. I kind of had a little attitude, teenager little attitude, and she just taught us how to, turn it into something else, something positive. So I appreciate her for that.
Now, not trying to get really in debt into it. What made you like that? What were you saying that? Hey, I'm the best player here on this team. This is your first year, which you was a senior her first year, correct?
Right, right. No, I was going. Well, yeah, I was a junior going into my senior year. In regards to that, I actually quit ball my
Uh huh.
senior year, and it probably had something to do with my attitude. It had nothing to do with me thinking I was the best player, but um, kind of spare of the moment, heat of the moment, and I actually quit. And when I quit, I tried to go back, and that's where the humbleness come from. Coach Murphy, made an example out of me. So ever since then, I've learned to be humble. I learned to just, keep my mouth closed and do what I need to do. So that's what I mean by humble. Humble me real quick.
Did you have an opportunity to play in community college?
I did. I walked on at East Central. I played for a coach named Coach Porter. I played for him 1 year. When I left there, I transferred to Pearl River Community College. I did my second year there. I played for Coach Bush. I ended up having a knee injury, so I had surgery and I came home. So I'm getting back into the swing of things now.
Well, with that knee injury, I said did that had to humble you as well too. So did they kind of push you to work harder, to rehab, to get yourself back into doing something that you enjoy doing?
Yes, like it was real hard. Therapy was real hard. I ended up dislocating my kneecap, so I had to have like a patella realignment. So starting completely over. So just learning to work hard to get back to what I love doing. I still
Um,
have my days now, but I'm learning to deal with it. Take
again,
it.
again, we talking with Shanika Quinn, the Mississippi Lady Lakers, former Brandon Bulldog, Pearl River, East Mississippi basketball player. Now, when you heard about the Mississippi Lady Lakers, did that inspire you? Say, hey, this is an opportunity for me to continue on, or did one of your former teammates or a coach say, hey, go give this a shot? No, how did you hear about the Lakers?
I seen it on Facebook. I seen it a couple times, and I was thinking I was hesitant at first because I knew I was out of shape. I knew it had been a minute before I actually played organized ball. But when I kept seeing it, I said, if I see this thing again, I'm gonna go try out. And I seen it for like the third, fourth time, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go for it. And I'm happy I did.
I know. I was at the first trial, and I know. Yeah, I talked with some of the coaches and the evaluators. They said, yeah, it seemed like a lot of the you can tell that you were out of shape. How did they feel? They said, man, I'm doing something that I enjoy doing, but I'm a little out of shape. What do I need to do to be able to make this team to better myself? What pushed you over the edge?
Um, I want to say just the opportunity overall. I was just like, I've been presented with this opportunity. I've waited for a long time. I've been ready to get back at it, and I just push myself. I said, you know what, all or nothing. I'd rather go ahead and try to do it than to regret not doing it. So I just went forward.
Did you tell your families or former coaches or former teammates say, "Hey, I'm finna go try out for this team"? If you did, what type of feedback did they give you?
I told my family. I didn't tell any former coaches until I made it. Like after I made it, I inboxed like Coach Murphy right off the rip. But I told my mom, especially, and she was just like, you know what, if you want to go for it, she was like, you know, this is your time. You've been waiting on it, and here's your, you know, your opportunity. So they were very supportive. My friends were very supportive. So yeah.
Or was that was being in shape, come out playing the best that you can?
It didn't really bother me as much. It was more so the being out of shape, the wondering like, oh, I wonder what we finna do. Oh, I hope I'm able to get through it. But yeah, no, the knee was the least of my worries. But I will say, after that tryout, whew, I felt every bit of it.
Now, I know some of the seasoned individuals, seasoned athletes that had a whole lot of injuries. They said, yeah, you're gonna feel it, you know, down the line. So definitely take care of it. What type of rehab are you doing on? Are you wearing a brace or anything, or you just saying it's all guts and glory right now?
I wear a little brace. I wear a little brace around it now. Nothing major, just to kind of hold it in place a little bit, just a little support. It's not necessarily that I need it, but I just wear it to feel comfortable, you know, as I'm playing.
Do you go to the trainer throughout the game and say, hey, come take a look at my knee, make sure everything's all right in place?
Oh, no. I don't have to do that. I don't have
you
to.
Should. No, but do you ice it afterwards? Because I know.
Yeah, I ice it. I make sure I stretch. I definitely stretch. Stretch it more than I do anything else. And I definitely ice after games and after workouts. So yeah, icing helps a lot to keep the swelling down.
Yeah, I know you guys be working out very well with Coach Wright and Coach Thomas. Well, I don't know what to call it, Coach or Lisa, whatever Coach or Lisa, whatever she does. She does a lot of stuff with you guys, and I see the workouts that y'all be doing. So I know it's very intense, and it'll definitely get you into basketball shape and ready for the game. Now, let's take it to the first game against the Lady Knights. How excited were you? Nervous? Tipping back off, playing in an actual game or going against each other in practice. I know it's a little different in practice, but you totally on it. How did that feel? Were you nervous, excited? Hey, I did basketball.
I think it was all mixed emotions. I wouldn't say nervous. I was anxious. I was very anxious starting off the game. But, once you get into the flow of playing, it's all natural from there. So more so anxious. I was very excited, though. I'm glad we got the win for sure.
Again, we talk with Shanika Quinn of the Mississippi Lady Lakers. This is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented by Baltimore Sports Management. How you looking forward to this upcoming game? You guys are hosting the Houston Sparks here at home at Hillcrest.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about it too.
Do you know anything about them, or is it just hey, we're just going to see what they come with? Pretty
much see what they come with. I don't think we know too much on them yet. But whatever it is, I know we're for it.
How is that sometimes you come in blind? Now, I'm as an athlete, I know sometimes you really don't care who they put in front of you. Your main goal is what to do. It's called put the ball in the basket, stop them from putting the ball in the basket, and hustle and continue to encourage my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Are you one of those players that just say you prefer to go in blind, or are you one of the ones that like to watch film and let me study my opponents?
Personally, I think I like to watch film. It's either way though, because I know even if we don't have film, I feel like we have confidence enough within ourselves. We know what to do. We know what we need to do, regardless of who we're facing. But I like to watch film to kind of get a feel of who we're playing, what they do. Have some type of blueprint to go off of.
Now I see that you all have a new coach. Have you had the opportunity to sit down and talk with her and try to share different philosophies about how this is my style of play, this is my style of coaching? Have you had the opportunity to sit down and chat?
No, I haven't had the opportunity yet. I believe we may be meeting. I hope we get a chance tomorrow. We have practice.
Okay. Well, Do you see yourself advancing on from here, or you say, "Well, hey, I'm gonna feel comfortable here. So it's something local." What do you see yourself next year?
Hopefully, I'm overseas. That's always been a goal, and now that I have the opportunity and the platform, I hope I can make something of it.
Now you know it. I'm just word of advice. It's not easy.
Oh, I know. I know.
It's not easy trying to get overseas. Now I've known a lot of players, especially male players, to go play overseas, and that sometimes the challenges that they face traveling overseas, but they treat the Americans, certain Americans, saying that hey, they coming in, they're superstars because they're in the country with the NBA, all that type of stuff, but they treat Americans a lot different compared to how you playing against someone of the same nationality. Have you had an opportunity to sit down and talk with someone that's been overseas multiple times that really can give you information about playing overseas?
Not thoroughly. I've spoken to Arlisa about it before, but it's kind of like little tips here and there. But as far as like an in-depth conversation, I haven't. I've watched people play overseas as far as that, but I haven't really had that conversation with anybody yet.
Are you looking to do that?
To have a conversation?
Yes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I definitely want to know what it's like from a perspective that's been over.
Have you traveled outside the country?
No, I haven't. Getting my passport has been on my to-do list for the longest. I need to go ahead and make that happen. But no,
now, again, as an experienced manager, I've been in this game for quite. Not saying I'm old, but I've been in this game for a time. I know the ins and outs. This stuff will move fast. Now, you probably have a team that's looking at you guys now. They probably going to get kicked out, so you probably getting a call soon. You say you need to get your passport. So if that, just a word of advice. If that's something that you were interested in doing, I would advise definitely go ahead and get that passport because this stuff happened real fast. It happens real fast. And sometimes a passport can take a while to get back because they have to do a very detailed background. Hopefully that you're not anyone just trying to run away from something.
No.
No. Well, Ms. Quinn, is what are you expecting the turnout of for the remainder of the season? I know that you guys have quite a few games to go, but what are your expectations for this season?
Expectation is to win the championship. We came into this thing with that being the goal, and I don't see why we can't do it. I do not see why we can't do it.
Now, just looking at the teams, who do you feel that stand in the way of that?
We've been hearing a lot about the Orlando Boom. We've been hearing a lot about them. I'm not sure what they bringing, but we've been hearing a lot about them. So,
is that based off of what you hearing or what you saw?
I haven't seen anything on them from this year. I've seen some tapes from maybe last year or the year before, but I haven't really seen, who or what they have for this year though. Just hearsay for right now.
Okay. Other than the Orlando Boom, who's the other best team in the WBDA?
I don't know. I don't know who it would be because this is all kind of new, so I haven't really.
Okay.
I'm not sure who it would be.
Okay. Well, so again, this is that somebody I know you've probably looked at on the website and tried to look who's on their roster, did your research because that's an athlete that really wants to know what they're going up against. So have you had opportunity to just kind of browse the website to look and see the teams?
I didn't skim. I skimmed through a little. I'm thinking maybe the Dynasty. We play the Dynasty team later on in the season. Maybe them.
All right. Now, are there any of your former teammates or former opponents that you played against in high school and partially college you see playing in this league?
No, I haven't seen any. No.
Would you like to see some playing?
Yeah, I would. That would be nice.
You're not gonna tell us how I'm gonna treat you like I did in high school and college when you see them.
They know what's up. I ain't got
They know.
They know what's up.
Well, Ms. Quinn, I don't want to hold you too much longer. I really do appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you want to share with the followers about Ms. Quinn and the Mississippi Lady Lakers?
Well, I would look forward to seeing you guys at our games. We have a game coming up Saturday at Hillcrest against the Houston Sparks. So if you guys are not busy, please come out and support us, and we look forward to seeing you all.
I know I forgot one thing to ask you, Ms. Quinn,
Mm-hmm.
about what is your involvement in the community, and how do you see women's sports in the near future? I forgot to ask you that question.
My involvement in the community?
Yes.
My involvement right now is currently working with kids. I'm a behavior specialist, so anything to do with kids, I am all in. As far as the community, other things we've done with the team has been community service, whether it's, going to the museum. We've done a few things. As far as your second question, you said, can you repeat that for me?
What do you see women's sports in the near future? Because, some people think women's sports is just give women something to do instead of put it on the same level with the male sports.
I honestly think it should be a lot further than where it is. As far as pay rates, as far as contracts, deals, endorsements. I think the way things are going right now, that it should be no comparison between the NBA. Like, we should be right up there with them.
All right. Well, Ms. Quinn, again, I really do appreciate your time. Definitely looking forward to this Saturday's game. I'm going to be there, really cheering you guys on. But hey, you guys have my support. And I really appreciate your time, Ms. Quinn.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. Have yourself a great day.
All right. You too.
Again, we was talking with Miss Shaniqua Quinn of the Mississippi Lady Lakers. Man, they got a game July the 11th this Saturday, playing against the Houston Sparks here at Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Southwood Road. Definitely check them out. Game tip-offs at 3 p.m. So come on and get in. Tickets are $10, and there's a $5 parking fee at Hillcrest. So definitely come on in. It's family fun event, and they like the way the Lakers are doing, how they and getting involved in local business as well as the community. So again, definitely stay tuned. Again, you listen to more on the road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We'll be right back.
Back on the road with Bernard Moore III by More and More Sports Management and for the center for the Mississippi Lady Lakers. Now, that's again, we talked that they had a game this Saturday, which is today. A game has been canceled for reasons I don't know. That's none of my business to know, but hey, definitely looking forward to their upcoming game. They're having a jamboree this upcoming next Saturday, which is June 19th. June 18 and 19 at Hillcrest Christian School. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun enjoying that also. Now, just like we stated now, and support for women's sport, we know that some people say that the source or entertainment is just, hey, we're just trying to be fair. I think they should be on the same as men professional sports, and I think that definitely market it and attract more things centered around sports, because women's sports plays a major part also. They have some outstanding that sometimes they can probably play better than the men. Now, I've seen some more games as well as women football. I think they're coming along. They have women full contact tackle. They have women flag football league. They have ball leagues. Not sure what, because I'm not sure if they wanted to try the opportunity of doing softball. Doing baseball. Excuse me, but softball, fast pitch, to pitch it underhand. So it is almost similar to the slow pitch softball. The ball up in there, stays in there, knock it out the park. So it has its good and bad. It has its good and has its bad. Yes, it is different. Again, difference in softball and baseball and fast pitch softball. Also, want to talk about another event that we're holding More Sports Management. Old School Hoop Fest, the I Am Historical Old School Hoop Fest, presented by More and More Sports Management, which will take place the 2nd at Lanier Lanier High School, 833 West Maple Street, and the rosters will be composed former JPS student athletes, the Knights, the Forest Hill / the Jim Hill Tigers, the Lanier Bulldogs, Murrah Mustangs, the Provine Rams. Get everybody. Okay, all JPS 7 high school, all 7 JPS high school. Again, Lanier, Murrah, Forest Hill, Jim Hill, Provine, the Rams. That's up here. Provine Rams and the Wingfield Falcon. I'm saying your Wingfield Falcon. I'm a rebel. I graduated from Forest Hill High School, 2607, Mississippi, 1998. So definitely come on out and enjoy some fun at the old school hoop. Again, that will take July the 2nd at Lanier High School. Again, and I centered the theme around, again, close to the 4. It's a family fun. The logo that I have that I can't exactly remember what I got the logo, but reunions, you have the tree, you have the branch, the root of the branches, the family, the different families from within that family. That is Jackson Public Schools, just the branch, is the foundation of the school district. You have your different Bailey, which is now middle school, Bailey, Callaway, Forest Hill, Lanier, Murrah, Wingfield. Those schools made up the Jim Hill. I mean, the Jackson Public Schools high school district some years ago, but now we dwindled down to 7 high schools, just Callaway, Forest Hill, Jim Hill, Lanier, Murrah, Provine, and Wingfield. So that's what high schools now. Bailey has transitioned down to middle school, which is cool. So, but definitely come on out for the old school hoop fest, presented to you by More Sports Management. July the 10th at Lanier High School are $8. Again, the proceeds from this game, it will go to athletics. Again, the funds from this will help Coach Darryl Jones and his staff to do for all of our JPS sports. So now it's trying to cover a whole lot of sports. So it's a little seed that we're trying to feed a whole lot. So definitely come on out. So you can find me via social media. You can go www.mms-management to learn more information about it, or you can Facebook and social media, Facebook, Instagram, at More Sports Management to learn more about the events and learn more about all the other events that we're hosting together also. So again, we got the Hoopaloche Cancer Benefit Basketball Game presented to you by ESPN Talk Sports, which will take place June the 25th. So that is coming up soon. So still looking for a few rosters. I still got a few available, especially mainly for my female side. I'm looking for a few more female players. Excuse me, I did get tongue twisted saying all the words very, very fast. Looking for a few more female. So if you're interested in playing, if you're not, we're not trying to come tell you and be an all-star. Have fun and provide a source of entertainment for the domestic violence and breast. The Butterflies by Grace, designed by Faith, and after breast cancer organization. So definitely come on out 25th, 2022, 5:30. Tickets are $8. Kids 10 and again, proceeds will go to the Butterflies by Grace, designed by Faith. The game was 5:30 tip off by the men's game. Following that next Saturday, which would be July the 2nd, the I Am Historical Old School Hoops presented to you by More Sportsmen will take place at Lanier High School, 833 West Maple here in Jackson, Mississippi, and will go to the Friends of JP, do some things for our student athletes here in the Jackson Public School District, from elementary all as an athletic event that is sponsored by the JPS School District. The funds will go into help do things along with that, such as provide extra. I mean, if the coach needs some extra equipment, needs some things, so you definitely want to have funds to put in athletes. Now, let's get back. Next interview we have again with the Miss Lady Lakers, Mel Moore. She's going to join us. Again, this is a pre-recorded interview, so she's going to join us this show this moment. So stay tuned.
All right, we're going back to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More Sports Management. I definitely would like to thank you for tuning in. I want to give a shout out to my guys over there, ESP Talking Sports Live, Rob, Jay, Larry, New York Knicks, B on the board, and myself. Tune in every Tuesday night from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. 105.9 FM The Zone to hear whatever's going on. So I'm not going to say and tell you what we're talking about, but it's going to be something we're talking about. Now, to continue on the show, I have another star in the making coming to join us this day here on More on the Road. Point guard for the Mississippi Lady Lakers, Miss Jayla Morris. How you doing, Miss Morris?
I'm good, and you?
Wonderful. Now, Miss Morris, now I know that you have a history in basketball from your time at Lincoln High School to Southern Union State Community College, and you're still playing now professionally. How does it feel to make that transition? Because I know I saw a couple pictures of when you was in high school, now how you were flexing and how you was treating everybody on the court. How does it feel to be playing professional now?
It feels good. Like everybody asks me, I tell them the same thing. Like, I always dreamed of this as a little girl. So like to be living my dream, it feels good.
Now, what inspired you to continue to pursue your dreams? Now, you know, a lot of us dream, but something may happen in the transition to just fall short. What is motivating you to continue to pursue your dreams?
Well, really, basketball is like, it would keep me sane. Like growing up, I went through a lot, I seen a lot, and like basketball was my go-to. Like it kept me, out my head, thinking a lot. Like when I was on the court in high school, it was like my escape. It just felt different. Like it just stopped my mind from doing all that thinking when I was on the court. So I just kept doing it.
Now, as an athlete, now especially as a point guard, you got to think about the next move that you're going to make, or it's more of a quick thinking process. So you like to think on the go.
Right.
All right. So, what kind of share follow us about yourself? I know that you graduated from Lincoln High in Lincoln, Alabama, and had an outstanding career at Lincoln. So, share a little bit more about yourself. Know what happened during your senior year to furnish you to continue on your playing career.
My senior year, well, I was the graduating class with COVID. I had a full ride to Snead, but it got took because of COVID. Like, it was miscommunication. My offer was took. So, like, doing all of that, everybody was just like, keep reaching out, and stuff like that. Because I had a late process on the office and stuff. Because I was doing track. I was undecided if I wanted to do track or basketball. So, it took me a little minute to figure out or whatnot.
But I know that you won a couple medals. You was on a relay team. Is that the only thing that you ran in track was just a relay?
No, sir. I ran the 100, 200. My freshman and sophomore year, I did the 300 hurdles as well. But, like in state, you can only have 4 events, I believe. I think it's 4 or 5. And they took me out of that and replaced it with the 4x1. So I was doing the 4x1 and the 4x4, 100 and 200.
So you was the fastest one on the team. You ran the 100 and 200. And then what leg were you on the relays?
4.
4. You should have been the third. It should have been the second or the third. No, the first one is going to get you out there. The second and third is going to get you farther. Fourth is just clean it up. So you were the cleanup girl.
Yeah, we was loaded though. We was loaded.
So, what do you still communicate with your teammates from Lincoln?
Yeah, some of them. Some of them.
Now, how
Like,
supportive of? Now,
like,
go ahead.
Like the team I play with, like they was young, so like most of them just now graduating and stuff. So yeah, I keep up with them. I try to encourage them to stay strong, cause like some workouts it be getting to them. So if you mind the don't mind the work, it don't matter.
I'm talking with Jayla Morris, point guard for the Mississippi Lady Lakers. More on the road, presented to you by More Sports Management. Now, what you saying that you were a senior on your team, and you play with a lot of young players. Did they look up to you as a mentor, or they looked up at you because you're one of the best players on the team, and we want to try to get to your status? No, how did you handle being one of the seasoned players on the team?
It was a little bit of both. Like you had some people that looked up to me, just cause like they wanted like their stats to match. And then you had some that wanted like, me to mentor them and be there for them and encourage them and stuff. So throughout practice, I try to do the best I can. Like, good job, try it again, don't give up. Cause I know a lot of people don't say that, but majority of them do look up to people like that without saying it.
Now, with that, I know you've heard the stories of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, how some teammates were some players that want to play with them because they were so competitive, and they would their work ethics were a lot different from their teammates. Were you one of those players, and my work ethic was a lot different than teammates that nobody wanted to work out with me because I was going to push them, or I was doing a whole lot of stuff that they didn't want to do?
Yes, but I still tell them, like, how you expect to get better if you don't want to take the challenge? So they eventually step out there. So it was kind of, I don't know.
Were you one of the ones that worked out by yourself, or you and another teammate, you tried to continue to push each other, or it was a group of you all? Know how were your workouts?
Like during school, it'd be a group of us, but like outside of school, I probably like after track practice or something, basketball practice, I probably go to the gym myself and do that. Like I had my brother go with me, we'd do stuff like that. And sometimes when he working, I just go by myself. Like that, when I spent the whole 2 months before the Mississippi Lakers tryout, I went every day. That was really my to start my day.
Yeah. How did you hear about the Lakers? Now, was it a coach called you and told you to take a look at it, or did it just fall in your information, fall in your lap, say, "Hey, I want to take a look at this"?
Facebook, really, like Facebook, and it was crazy because I don't know nobody from Mississippi, so it just popped up. So I was just like, this might, I might need to try that.
All right, again, we'll talk about. What was that?
I said, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I stepped out of my comfort zone and took a leap of faith.
Again, we talked with Jayla Morris, our point guard for the Mississippi Lady Lakers. Now, your first game just took place a week ago. You guys got another game coming up this Saturday. How was it, that first game? Were you nervous? You excited? You ready to get over that hump? You ready to go ahead and see what all the hard work I've been doing, is it finally finna pay off? How did you feel that game? I
felt every bit of emotion, everything, like everything. I was excited, nervous. I don't know. I can't really explain it. I can't explain how I felt. But I'm glad the first game jitters are over, though. So it's like that.
Now, I can say I watched you guys practice. I was at the Purple and Gold game, as well as some of your practice, as well as the trials. You guys were very competitive against each other. And I was saying to myself, I was like, they're separated right now because they're practice. Man, I would hate to see once they get together how competitive that you all were in practice. And then it transitioned into the first game. Now, again, this is my opinion. I'm not the coach. I'm just a guy sitting on the sideline dissecting the game. Now, I know that you guys, and this is just my viewpoint of it. You guys start out real slow, and you were kind of going back and forth. You were down, then you fought back, and you were down, then you were playing tug of war with the Lady Knights. And I said, in that fourth quarter, the game is very close. I said, I don't know if they're excited or they're just a little nervous. The first game, playing in front of a nice sized crowd. But I said, I said this, what I was saying on the stream. I said, whoever missed the least shot is going to win the game. And you guys came out that last 2 or 3 minutes and just went on a run. And I said, well, I guess they wanted more.
Yeah, it all boils down to who wanted more. I said the same thing about the start. Like we started out real slow. I guess everybody was just nervous. Like simple, mess ups and stuff. I guess we just always just nervous. Then we locked in when it was needed. Like we did. Like we picked up the slack at the end.
So how excited you are for this upcoming game?
I'm gonna be excited for every game. I am. I'm ready. Count down the days.
What's the future for Miss Morrison after this season, or once you say you hoist up that trophy, the championship trophy?
Well, I hope it was in God's will. I get some more looks, maybe overseas or something, and keep going, or either be able to sign another contract with the Mississippi Lady Lakers. It's just whatever falls.
Well, how is it playing for the Lakers? The Mississippi Lady Lakers organization. I don't want to say Lakers organization. I don't want to get nobody in trouble with the NBA. How does it feel playing with the Mississippi Lady Lakers organization?
I really can't say because this is my first time and it's their first time, so it's like a first time for everybody. But I feel like it's something good. Like I would tell anybody, like, hey, y'all should go play for them, or y'all should do this, y'all should do that. Cause everybody thoughtful, everything, everything gonna fall if you get everything time.
So you can just say in the etch your name in history with the Mississippi Lady Lakers.
Right.
You was on the historical team playing with the WBDA in Mississippi. Came out and won the first game. So your name has been etched in history with the Mississippi Lady Lakers.
Right.
So what can we expect this upcoming game against the Houston Sparks?
I hope to expect a win. Hard working, teamwork, smart plays. Everybody being patient. It's all about patience. You can't rush it. And when you rush it, you mess up. So you just gotta take our time.
Well, have you been following that same philosophy ever since you picked up a basketball? No, to take the patient, take your time with it. Don't rush it.
Well, I'm not gonna tell no story. I really ain't started doing that till probably my sophomore year. Cause I used to rush everything. Like sometimes I still rush my shot. I used to rush everything. Cause I'm fast, so I feel like, fast as I move, that's how everything else supposed to move. But that's why I say you gotta take your time or whatever.
Has the coaches said though, hey, just turn the speed down a little?
Yes, Coach Sam say that all the
time. I played with a point guard in my high school 9th grade, and he was fast, and he used to beat the ball down the court. Sometimes it was quite funny. Sometimes he running real fast, got the ball beside him. That's when the ball was still going the other way. He running without the ball. So it's quite hilarious though. Now I know you stated that you see yourself going overseas. Have you spoke with anyone? How is it going overseas? How is it playing? Or how's the culture? How are the teammates? Or how's the competition? Have you spoken with anyone?
I have. They say it's very competitive, and it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be all about how bad you want it. They say it's different because it is like another country, stuff like that. So I don't have a problem with traveling though. I like traveling, so that part won't be a problem. And I don't mind doing putting in the work either, so that wouldn't be a problem. It'll be all about if I'm fit for it, because just because you want it don't mean you fit for it.
I had a friend that played in was it Iceland? I want to say it was Iceland. I forget what it said it played, but I know they said it was cold in the gym. They said like you playing on ice. You ready for that type of climate? They said you're indoor, but you playing on ice. So you ready for that type of conditions?
I mean, I played soccer. We used to play in the rain and cold, so it'll be back going to the old days, I guess. Just a different sport.
Again, we're talking with Jayla Morris, point guard for the Mississippi Lady Lakers, or more on the road. Jayla, who inspired you to play basketball? Who inspired you to be the way that you are right now? No, always, no hard working, no working hard in what you do.
All right, so I guess I could say I started with my brother. I have an older brother. He played basketball, and I used to always play with him and my cousins. And like if it had to like be professional, it had to be Skylar Diggins. Like I've been looking up to her since I was a little girl. Like I don't know why. But Skylar Diggins definitely.
Sky, I like her. No, she's a smooth. I don't know her person, but just like I said, seeing on the game and as well as practice, I kind of watch some of the practice on ESPN. I think she is a good player. And when she was in college at UConn, I mean not UConn, well, I can give her to UConn. When she was in college, also, she was an outstanding player. But so you saying that your brother pushed you? Does he come support you at the games and all your games, your high school games too?
Yes, and then if he couldn't make it, he made sure he tapped in, asked me what my stats was, and he kept up with me like I was in the paper. He kept up with that. He just all about that. Like I had coaches like growing up that stayed with me since I was little. They stayed with me too. So yeah, everybody had a lot of support growing up.
Let me ask you this. This is a basketball question. Do you think stats are an important factor of tell how good a player, how good or how bad a player is?
No. Me personally, no.
Okay, that's it. I concur. So that's your opinion. But society or any basketball fan or someone that support basketball, they look at the numbers and say, well, no, this player averaged 20-some points a game, double digits rebound, averaging a triple-double, but you're still losing. Like, what's my guy, Westbrook? He's doing well, getting triple-doubles and stuff out the pie hole, but he's still losing. But I still think it's the ones that don't score a lot of the points, the ones that, as you say, does all the dirty work. That's a very aggressive defender, ones that set a lot of good picks, to try to get someone open, to get an open shot to make it easy back. So that's my opinion. The one that's doing all the work. That's why I feel that's the best player.
Yes, sir. That's how I feel too. Cause like I think it was game 1 or 2. Jaden Tatum didn't have the many points, but they still won.
Yeah. Now that was game 1. I think he had
game 1.
I think he had 17 points with 13 assists. I was like, man, he was dishing the ball out, but he was one of that main squad. I think Al Horford was their top scorer that game in game 1. But now, since you're speaking about who are you pulling for? Who are you looking to win the series?
Celtics.
Are you a natural Celtics fan, or are you just cheering for the Celtics now because they're in the finals?
I'm just cheering for them now. I'm a Memphis fan.
Okay.
I'm just cheering for them now.
Do you like Memphis because of Ja Morant? Okay.
Right.
Okay. And a lot of people think that Ja Morant should leave Memphis and go to a bigger media market so he can draw the attention. I'm like, man, why? Let him build.
Like he can stay and just build from where he is. And let people come to him.
I concur. I agree with that. Well, Ms. Moore, is there anything else you want to share with our fathers before I'm going to let you go?
No, sir.
All right, again, definitely come on out to Hillcrest Christian School. The Mississippi Lady Lakers will be hosting the Houston Sparks June 11 at 3 p.m. For more information, you can log on to the website at msladylakers.com, and you can find out more information about the season, get tickets, things online. Definitely come check out Jayla as she run the track meet on the court around circles around the Houston Sparks. Well, Jayla, I really do appreciate your time. Hey, I definitely looking forward to seeing you this Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good one. Right, again, that was Jayla Morris of the Mississippi Lady Lakers. She ran track, she ran relays, 100, 200, the 300 hurdle. That was my event. I ran the 300 intermediate hurdle. The one time I ran my senior year, got hurt. And that was it for my hurdle career. But I long jumped and triple jump. But hey, that's a whole totally another different story, sir. So again, you're listening to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. I'll finna take a break and we'll be right back. All right.
Right, again, thank you for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More. The name is, it has been canceled. Looking into that is not my position to look into. I want to not go and find out. James and Javina Hobson, the owners of the Mississippi Lakers, and be nosy and find out. But no, I'm not going to do that. Hey, we're going to miss the game. So nice game against the Houston Sparks. Owner, the note. Now let's finish talking about back to show. Now I know we're looking at the finals. The series is tied 2-2. Golden State pulled it out last night. 100 to something to 90 something. I can't remember what the final score was. I know Golden State pulled it out. And I was just looking at some of the clips from the game regarding the game. They're saying that Steph Curry really stepped up and really took charge of the game. I saw some of it. I saw the first and second quarter of the game. Just saw how they were playing. They were going back and forth. It was still a very close game in the first and second quarter, but Golden State came in and took the W. That's from throwing up the three. The W, like to say, West Side or whatever, that stuff. Yeah, West Side. But Golden State won last night. Series is tied 2-2. I had a conversation with my son, and he said, "Yeah, the series is gonna go 6 games." So yeah, I believe so. It's gonna go 6. Looking and saying that the Celtics are gonna pull it out, but the game will go 6. Yeah, the show's about to go 6 right now or 7. So we just have to see what happens. But looking for Celtics to definitely pull this game. Pull the series out because I think they have a more all-around team compared to Golden State that just want to just jack up threes from half court by none other than Steph Curry. And I know we had a debate on ESPN talking. Well, it wasn't a debate, but we had a discussion. Put it that way. With Rob J and Larry Nix was speaking about who was the best shooter. Looking at some stats and showing that. We looked at some stats showing that Steph Curry is the 3-point shooter. Stat-wise, numbers made and numbers taken based off of the number of 3-point shooting since the evolution of the 3-point line. And it's saying that he is the best shooter. Statistically, yes, he is. But I don't think he was a pure shooter compared to Mahmoud Abdul, better known as Chris Jackson. He was a pure shooter, and he was stroking it. Now, yes, Steph Curry played more games, took more shots than he had. And so, yes, number-wise, he does have more. Yes. But Mahmoud was a pure shooter that was stroke it, strike it, smooth it, silk it, nothing but nets all day. But his career was a little short due to the fact of the what's what I'm looking for, the protest. No, he was standing for the national anthem. But that's a totally another different story. We just have to see what happens. It's a totally different story from his beliefs, where he stood, to what they were stood in reference to the national. Again, that's a very sticky, tricky situation. Some people believe that they don't believe in what the national anthem stand for. Some people will fight hands and nails for that national anthem. Again, different beliefs. Some people have a Jewish God. Some people have a Hindu God. Some people have a Buddhism God. Some people have Islamic God. So it's all different beliefs. So just respect the belief. If it's not hurting someone, disrespect his beliefs. Is what they believe in. That's what he believes in. I believe in. If it's not harming or hurting anyone, just leave it. Just as they say, let it be. Again, this is more on the road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we. Now, I want to get back in talking to about some situations that we're facing here, and is dealing with and guns. I know recently I just listened to some of the news and reference to what some politicians or really lawmakers are pushing for in reference to gun control. Raise the limit of the raise the age limit of someone that can purchase a certain gun with a certain amount of magazines. Have a red flag alert of individuals that come in and purchasing gun, they're purchasing a lot of ammo. That should have been done anyway. When you see somebody coming in purchasing all this ammo, you should question, especially as an individual. You should definitely question that. Say, hey, no, what are you using this for? We got to alert the police. We got to alert. It's something that definitely should be in place when guns are being purchased and ammo being purchased. Certain things being purchased, that should be a red flag in itself. And they'll look when it's dealing with youth. Look, it's accountable. Some people may say, well, no, they should hold the parents accountable because of the parent don't know they had a gun. True. And then some say they should hold it because you should keep a tab on your child. True. In situations like this, I'm not pointing fingers at the lawmakers. I'm not pointing fingers at the policemen. I'm not pointing fingers at the teachers. I'm not pointing fingers at the community. I'm not pointing fingers at everybody. All of our fault. It's something that we are not doing. And starts in all of that, because if a child is placed in an environment that's constantly arguing, they're constantly guns drawn out in front of them, mentally that's in their mind. That's what they're going to see. And so that's what they're going to think. Hey, it's all right to argue. It's all right to curse someone out. It's all right to talk down to someone. It's all right to pull out a gun against someone. That's where I know I was talking about this camp earlier. This youth leadership camp presented to by CT3 with the Mississippi Families for Kids. The physical and mental health of our youth, it is very important. And also with the NPC Mississippi Championship, health is all important, because if your health is not good, mentally you're not good, because you're dealing with different type of medication that you're taking that's supposed to control certain aspects of your mind and your body. And it's plain, if you mix a lot of stuff together that does not go together, it's a reaction that is not going to be positive. It's going to be a negative reaction, where it's like if you mix oil and water together, it's going to be a very slippery substance. If you mix fire and gasoline together, guess what? That's going to ignite the fire a bit. It's going to ignite the fire to grow more. If you put certain water on grease fire, guess what? That's going to spark it more. So you see, certain things don't mix. And so when you mixing all this medicine together, that can cause a chemical reaction in your body to play with your neural system. Man, speaking like a doctor scientist right now. That's going to play with your neural system, and it's going to cause different reactions amongst the body to cause you to do some things that you're not quite fully thinking of. And as they say, evil spirits are not real, just are demonic spirits sometimes in individuals. Not trying to say that I know witchcraft or things along the line. No, I don't. But most important, all of the things that are in society are in this environment, that are in this community, starts at home. And what I mean by that, if a youth is constantly around positive influence, encouraging words, discipline, providing with, that's the way that they're going to grow up, and the way that they try to pass along of individuals that are around them. But if they're constantly around negativity, talking, degrading, abusing. Guess what? That's to pass on to the individual that they are around. Not saying that it's going to be 100% like that. No, but it's a greater chance it will be that way. So again, let's go back to the homes. Now I some individuals, sometime I just share with them that being in law enforcement / correction, when I go out to different events and I have my sheriff shirt on, and I've had individuals come to me and say, they see things in their community, they see things that their neighbors do, and they wanted to see, they think some legal stuff, some illegal, some things that are not, they want to say they are afraid. So then they tell somebody, and they see nothing else happen. And I say that falls back on us as law enforcement / correction. If we see something, if someone tells us something, continue to pass it along so that it can get taken care of. Now, if the police officers in their beat or in their zone, the police officer, law enforcement, any type of law enforcement officer in his or her zone, they go door to door and search and just walk through everybody's house for their whole beat every day that they work. Some work some work 8-hour shifts, some work 12 hours. So if they do that every day in their zone and the beat, when it was the beat, the zone, the area of that they're serving, it's going to get to a point where the residents is going to say that this is harassment. This is harassment. Why are you constantly harassing? Why are you constantly coming to my house, walking through my house? Like, what, you trying to find something? You're accusing us of something? No, we're just trying to make sure that everything is safe in the house, because that's what police is supposed to drive around the community, make sure, again, in their area that they're assigned to make sure that everything is okay. But going inside the homes, but if they start going inside the homes, again, it's going to come to police harassment. But they're just doing their job. They're serving and protecting the community. So with that, pieces are not coming into everyone's house, because again, there's your legal rights. You have no right to house. You have no right to just be walking through my stuff if there's not no warrant or no search warrant or no probable cause. As a police, I'm just doing my job. I'm just making sure that everybody's safe. I'm protecting the service, make sure everybody's safe. Then here comes the legal activity behind it. They're gonna say that that police officer is a rat. They're always coming to my house, looking around, trying to be nosy. They need to stop. Then you get to the then you write to the supervisor, or you write to the board of supervisors, you write to the councilman, you write to the police chief, you write to the public safety, saying that I'm being harassed by police officer every day. They come into my house looking around. They're doing their job. So all that, the police are not in your homes. So family members, homeowners, parents, guardians, whoever is the head in that house, set the standards a little different. Set the standards where that once that child or that youth or who's in your home leave your home, that they have a positive attitude, that they can go share that positive attitude with others around them. Because again, all that we're facing now, it starts at home. It starts within the house. So I am asking the guardians, the parents, the head of the house to provide a positive environment. I know things are not the way that we love for them to be. I know things that struggle with our job, struggle financially, that struggle mentally when we're going out and we're working and we're having issues with our job. They bring it negativity to it. They're always coming down upon us, beating us up. But again, it starts back within the home. So we definitely need to work on ourselves mentally, because we're facing a lot of stress. Work it out. Call on God. If you don't want to call on God, our Lord and Savior, call on a friend who you feel comfortable with speaking with, that can help you calm yourself down, so that you can be a better individual. And all this senseless killing, all this senseless robbing, dealing with our youth. It needs to see. It needs to see, and that goes for with anything. It needs to see. We're trying to make a difference. Trying to be right, good, be the best individuals that we can be for this world, for our community. So, with all that being said, a lot going on. There's a lot of positive things going on. Okay, this upcoming Saturday, well, starting Monday, there's a camp going on. I think, yes, our Lisa, Coach Lisa Thomas, she's having a camp Monday at the Baptist Sports Complex on State Street, the 13th and the 14th. And this youth leadership camp is taking place July the 13th through the 17th here in Jackson, Mississippi with mffk.org, the Mississippi Family for Children, for Kids, Mississippi Families for Kids. They're having a camp. There's still AAU basketball going on. There are football camps going on. There's a lot going on there where we can channel our negativity into a positive way. So let our light continue to shine on all the positive events that we're hosting. Again, the Hoop-A-Lot Universe Coaching Cancer Benefit Basketball Game presented to by ESPN Talk Sports, taking place June 25th at Hillcrest Christian School. The I'm Historical Hoop Fest presented to you by More and More Sportsman, taking place July the 2nd at Lanier High School. So it's a lot of things going on. Mississippi Championship, July the 16th at the Trademark Center. There's many more things going on there. Those is what I'm just that are kind of fresh on my memory. So definitely take a look at what's going on. Again, I really appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for tuning in to more. And excuse me, guys. I'm so excited. I'm jumping around. Thank you for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. It's time for me to get out of here. Go have some fun with things that are going on in the community right now. I really appreciate time. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Much love to you guys. It's time for us to get on Audi. And I'm just trying to wait. My computer's moving a little slow right now. It's time for us to get on our body. I'll chat with y'all guys later. 1 + 1 = deuces.